So, welcome to round 2 of the Magic Online Championship Series Finals. My opener... Now, remember this deck is like basically Storm with a bit of card draw. So, 5 lands and 2 Rift Bolts is okay. Not ideal, but to be honest, I'm not sure what I'm mulling it into. So I'm just going to keep this just because I'm on the draw, and this allows me to... Like, on the draw, this is still okay. My mana's pretty perfect right now as well, which is an advantage. Foul it again. Wow. If I have Dragon, huh? I think if I suspended Rifthold, he might skip his 2-drop. So let's do that. I'm actually okay with killing Fallid, which is not very often. Oh, I probably should play my land first. That might be a good idea. It's a bit weird to kill Fallid, but the way my deck's positioned, it's usually correct. He suspends Riftwing Cloudscape. Okay. That's awkward just because that bounces the land. Maybe I'm using my removal a bit too liberally here. Okay. This isn't going to get a second mountain, really. Which seems a bit weird, but yeah. Oh. It seems to have X-Sifts on my turn. Which is obviously is awkward since killing that's not going to be a bit harder than usual. I'll suspend Riftbolt in case I draw like an MTGO Warrens. And next time I won't skip my draw step. That seems like a good idea. Let's get a mountain now. So yeah, taking free damage I shouldn't just because I F6 by accident. And seeing how his deck operates, that might be quite relevant. Like, it looks like a fish deck, so... Ah, he Echoing Truths it as well. Oh, this is interesting. I could either suspend the Ephemeron, or... Yeah, I can either suspend the Ephemeron, or wait until I hard cast it. So let's see. Turn free, 5... I'll suspend it. Maybe that's not correct, though. But it's going to take so long when he's bouncing my land. And yeah, I can already see him being punished for my F6 movement there. Just because he saves his fret. Now, if I empty the Warrens, then obviously that was incredible. Ah, he decides to play this anyways. Spore Sword Fala is a little bit of a problem. Since I don't have too many ways to deal with it. Apart from like Torrent of Stone. And obviously my Dragon. Yeah, that Riftwing Cloudscape's a massive issue for me. Basically, if I'm to win this game, I need to draw some kind of spell next turn. That I can play would be the next assumption. Pretty sure I'm dead. I'm not going to show him my splash. I'm just going to pass. Yeah. This is... Yep, this is going to be difficult to beat. To stay in this game, I get something like a torrent of stone, so... Ah. Don't know why you would suspend the Dust Wasp there, personally. Just shows an extra card and you can always cast it. I'm not going to show him any cards. Like, there's nothing I can do here, so... Just concede the game. That was a bit unfortunate. Let's see. He submitted a deck already. Let's see what I can board in against him. I mean, Explosive isn't too great from what I can see. He does have a Valid, so maybe it's okay. But, and Reach Through Mist is actually quite good on the play. Just because early I can cycle it and it allows me to generate some card advantage with a Glacial Ray, if I get that. Echoing Truth is maybe okay. Like bouncing something like all his Tree of Branching tokens doesn't seem too bad. Because that thing is gonna really eventually take over. I think on the draw I'd have Echoing Truth. On the play I think I prefer the Reach Through Mist. Oh, I do have a Relic of Progenitus. I think I'm okay. We'll see how it goes. Wow, this is a quite fascinating hand. I think here, because of the Lightning, I have a Mana Morphose to play this Lightning Healer, so I think a Mountain's okay to fetch. Because I need a Mountain more often. Even if I have less ways to, more ways to get a Mountain than a Plains, I really need to be careful. But yeah. Lots of card draw at least. Ah, my opponent mulligans to 5. But I definitely want to make sure I have an untapped land for this, so that's why I'm not going Reach Through Mist. This is not worth the risk. Get that Mountain. This is quite good, actually. I think now I get the Plains. I could also get... Maybe I don't need the Plains, like... I think just getting the island and cycling the Reach Through Mist is probably correct. Just to filter through my deck a bit more. I just need to make sure I get my land drop, so... Okay, and I got Mana Morphose into Helix at any time, if needed. Well, that's awkward. I could use 2 cards, but that feels very weak. Especially when I have Dismisser. I'm just gonna make sure I can draw into land now. Yeah, drawing into land seems very good. I maybe could have waited on the Pirate Spellbomb, but just in case he does like a +4/+4, something strange like that. But next turn I'll be able to play potentially a Dismisser. Ah, that is frustrating, to say the least. Yeah, that is not very good for me. It's always a risk is that they have a Rift Sweeper, but there's not much I can do about that, let's be honest. It's good to buy some time here. Ah, Una. So my option here is I could play the Una and hope he has nothing to deal with it. I think that's a safe assumption if he's playing blue-green. Yeah. If my opponent's smart, he'll attack. Even if he doesn't have a trick, he should know, like, I'll never block a new, like, Sports or foul it, so. He really should attack, regardless. Like, I don't think he has an answer to Una, but he really should be attacking this turn. Doubling season. Ah. Interesting one. Let's see. I could play Muldrifter, but if I'm honest, just Fireball my opponent seems a little better. Sorry, Fireball my opponent's library seems a little better. Let's see. I'm gonna do I'm gonna probably name blue, but that might be wrong. I'll name blue and reveal 3 green cards. Yeah. So he seems to be base green with blue as a side. I mean, this is a very fast effect, like... Ah. That's... worrying. That is very worrying. Like, that makes the race very hard, because it's got pro-black. And he returns a Rift Sweeper as well, which means he can shuffle back one of these cards. Probably the Riftwing Cloudskate, I'll be honest. Yeah, Riftwing's back in his deck. Light and Shadow is a real problem. Let's see, he's at 18. I think playing a Partick Dragon and then killing this with Manamorpho's Lightning Helix might be okay. Or obviously I can equip. I think playing Partick Dragon here is probably correct. Now hopefully he doesn't draw his Riftwing Cloudskate. That would be awkward. No. It needs to be, the dragon needs to be able to trade for this to be a decent play. Yeah. Now, trading dragon for like a Rift Sweeper seems wrong, but hey, I'll do it if I have to. The other option is I save the Lightning Helix for his face, but I still have a lot of burn spells in my deck that can do that, so... Let's see what he does here. He evokes a Muldrifter. That's interesting. Like, the body's relevant. I don't know why you would evoke it here. I guess he's hoping to go land Riftwing. Yeah, he attacks with everything. Oh, with the light and shadow, obviously. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that sword is a problem. I might run in Fury Charm just for this and the Rift Sweeper. Like, cause it might be like he just drew the Rift Sweeper, but if he standardly waits for the Rift Sweeper, like being able to Fury Charm something with 2 counters seems good. And sometimes you do get those draws where like Dragon into Fury Charm. I was just gonna pump. I might as well save the Lightning Helix. I'm surprised the Echoing Truth the Dragon here. That doesn't seem very... I'm not sure that's the play you want. But now I'm definitely focused on killing him in 2 turns with Una. So now this is interesting. Because with Empty the Warrens, I can make 1,000,000 tokens. Because I can go Manamorphose. Yeah, so that's 1 spell. Yeah, I think that's correct. So add red and white. Lightning Helix my opponent. Oh, wait, whoa. I think I screwed that one up. So, yeah, what to do when you screwed up your play. So I miscounted by 1. I forgot that I'll be using the mana for this, so I can't empty. So my options are... I can Lightning Helix my opponent. Because I don't have a white source. Or, like here, what I should have done is just play the empty for 4 goblins. I think because he doesn't have an Echoing Truth, and I'm creating a lot of goblins, I think doing empty here is fine. Just like for free mana. So that's, yeah. Just having like Storm equals 2 is fine. It's not ideal, but hey, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, it happens to screw up. And I'd rather, so to speak, screw up less. Still have 2 white sources in the deck. Trigon Predator, not. Latchkey Fairy. Ah, okay, he can block an Una. He's going for the long game now. I take possession, but I don't think I need to show that card to my opponent. So I'm just going to fireball my opponent's library twice. That seems like the play. I don't have to do anything else, so... He's going to make a lot of saplings, but... Right now I have enough mana to remove my opponent's library twice, and that's good enough. There's a lot of permanents I could take possession, but it just seems like removing my opponent's library twice is the best play. Because I can fireball basically his library 9 and 9. Okay, so he equips that on a Trigon Predator. Okay, so that's a nice draw. Does that kill me? I'm pretty sure I still have, I mean, if he taps Small Drifter, then that gets back his Small Drifter. I don't think that kills me. I go to like... Like, how does that... That doesn't kill me, does it? Like, okay, I can't block. But I go to free. And... That's it, right? Like, he can't win this. He gets back a Mull Drifter, but I just remove his library twice. I think that's it. I guess this play allows him to, for me to deal one less random card, but Pesteri is probably a card I want to know about. Let's pay X equals 9. Say green this time. Yeah, so he's base green, so always name green. Yes, Natuko Shaman. Oh, he has 2 Reach Fruit Branches? Or is that just the one? He has Witness. Okay, if he has Witness, Cloak, and Reach, and Light and Shadow, I think Relic of Progenitus is actually pretty good. Probably against the Reach Through Mist instead of the Reach Through Mist. I'm not convinced my opponent realized that he has no... He's going to die to having no cards in his library. Sure. I mean, you have an extra Vivid land. I mean, he's basically giving me his whole deck list. Because you have 6, so the ability resolved. Okay, so he's splashing for Glacial Ray and Rift Bolt. And this may be... Wow. But the good news is... Okay. So in these cases, I tend to take a screenshot. Just because... Just too much information. So give me a second, I'm going to take a screenshot. So now I know his whole deck list, which, apart from one card maybe, I mean, that seems okay. Oh, okay, Moto didn't quite crash yet. So I definitely want Relic of Progenitus against him. Relic of Progenitus seems quite good against his deck, and I'll take out the Reach Through Mist. Like, the Reach Through Mist doesn't seem to do much, and Relic of Progenitus does the same role. And I don't think my deck has anything where removing my graveyard is a bad thing, so... Yeah. Okay. Let's see. If he has Reach Through Branches and Witness and stuff, then yeah, that makes sense. The alternative is Echoing Truth as well, but I haven't seen many fatties, so my burn spell should be able to do it. Oh, I forgot the Fury Charm against his, oh, that was a miss. Light and Shadow. Yeah, not having an answer to that apart from take possession is probably a bad idea. Ah. Whenever your opponent suspends Search for Tomorrow, they go very far ahead. It's not very good for you. Ah, suspends a Dust Wasp as well. I guess I have to suspend an Ephemeron. I mean, if he has what he has, then sure, but... Like, if he goes this turn 4-4, that's pretty bad for me, like... It's also bad if he Rift Sweepers. There's a lot of cards that aren't great for me. But, you know, I have to just hope he doesn't have too many of them. He also has Pestermite. I mean, Pestermite I'm okay with if he plays that. But yeah, should definitely have boarded in Fury Charm. Because he might be winning Rift Sweeper this later. Like, that's a play I've seen him make, so... I'm gonna wait for this Manamorphose until I have at least a, yeah, the Manamorphose is gonna wait until I have, empty the Warrens at the very, very least. I also have Torrent of Stone and Glacial Ray, which is quite nice. Ah. Retrue Branches. Not good for me. Not this early, at least. I drawing a card. It's pretty relevant. That Retrue Branches is going to become problematic. Because I haven't boarded in an Echoing Truth, so... I'll still be patient on the Manamorphose. I have a Muldrifter, so... And that way I can keep up the Torrent of Stone. So yeah, every forest he draws is bad for me. Ah. This is... whenever a force enters the battlefield. So not good for me here. And that Giant Dust Wasp is coming soon as well, so... yeah. Plays the island. He's got a Pestermite. Yeah. Good call. I think here I just kill the Pestermite. It's just going to become a problem. Lightning Helix is an okay draw. Kills the Giant Dust Wasp at least, so... definitely acceptable. But yeah. Let's see. I think I like this Helix this now. Don't bother waiting for a Moldervine Cloak or something. Like, he'll Moldervine Cloak this, I suspect, so... But I wouldn't be shocked if he went with Reaper right now. Yeah, that's definitely on my agenda to kill. Ah, he doesn't have Rift Sweeper. That's pretty good for me. He has Retrue Branches and... ah, Molten Disaster is interesting. I think that means I can play the Muldrifter potentially here. Yeah, I think I play Muldrifter here, just because I can possibly do this for 5. Ah, Echoing Truth on that. That's annoying. So, I know my opponent has nothing else in hand. I shouldn't have played, by the way, sorry, that Mountain. That was a misclick. The reason why is if I draw a Terramorphic Expanse, I would have definitely needed that land, so that was a misclick rather than a misplay. I can probably cast this as well. Next turn, if he has, because of the Reach Through Branches, I'm probably just going to Molten Disaster next turn. Because I have enough of a board to clear. Maybe I should have chumped there, but... Ah, he doesn't realize that's an instant. Which is very good for me. This is also a very good draw. It means I can take whatever annoying card comes. So, time to cast this without the kicker, because I need to kill the 5 drops. So let's press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear my opponent's board. Yeah, Reach Through Branches is an instant. That was definitely a bad play from my opponent. Yeah, that's fair enough. I know that's a risk, so... Now I have to just be careful with a sort of light and shadow, I suspect. Yeah, you do that. Let's see what I could do. Expense is okay. I think I need to just be aggressive here. I hope he doesn't draw a sword. Now, if he has sword, that's very awkward. It might almost be worth me chump blocking. That's how bad it is. He did attack, which is very interesting. Like, I would have at least tried to bluff, I think, there. I'm going to get an island just because Torrent of Stone, I don't have any more arcane spells in the deck. So there's no point in saving mountains for that. Might as well have an island for, like, the Una. The alternative is obviously the Partick Dragons. If I draw Una, though... I can always Manamorphose. I mean, if I... Mountain's probably better, actually, for the dragons. Pestermite is my guess here. Or not. Okay, that's... Let's see. I could sack this. I think with the clock I have, it's okay. What I'll do first is attack. I'm going to cast a Manamorphose. Depending on what I draw, I might do something else with that. So that's going to tap into red and blue. I'm going to sacrifice this using the red. Draw into Partick Dragon and cast it. Let's see. I've played a land, so at that point I might as well keep the planes up to bluff a Lightning Helix. Hopefully that's just enough. I can take possession anything too scary. Wow, okay. I was going to draw a lot of air, so thankfully he had nothing. So yeah, a few misclicks, which I'm not very proud of. But at least I take it down. So 2-0 now. And yeah, see you in a bit for round 3.